Hello, hi, welcome to another edition of Executives Corner. So, most probably you heard me talking about how important relationships are, not only for your well being, but as well how relevant building relationship is for you as a leader or an executive. I wrote and I spoke a lot about how many mistakes people do make when they don't commit and they don't take time to build relationships, especially leaders and executives. And what does it mean? Does it mean that you have to build friendships at the workplace, or is it only being friendly? And that's exactly the topic I would love to cover today in today's Executives Corner. So, welcome again. My name is Simona, and I work with executives and leaders and directors out there who are juggling high stakes decision making, but who are also in front of a big decision in relation to their career. You might be somebody who would love to transition the career, but taking the strategic approach and getting the clarity around that so important topic is really important to you. And that's why I'm here to guide you through that process, to help you really taking strategic steps and to get clarity around what needs to be done, how to approach it, and how to understand what is the right opportunity for you. But today I would love to tackle a really important topic which reflects and relates to your career transition as well. And of course, it's about relationships. And today's topic and today's executive corner is about how intimate relationship should be at workplace. Do I know an answer to it? I don't have an exact and direct answer, but what I do know is that building friendly relationships and creating a round and circle of colleagues is so important, not only as an employee, but as well as a leader. I am that person who always says that having friends at workplace, it's not my thing. Not that I don't worship it, but to me, really knowing the border and the difference between having deep friendships and being able to talk about intimate, private stuff with my friends, it's something what I would not necessarily search for at the workplace. To me, having friends and building friendships, of course, it can happen at the workplace. But my primary focus in my life always was to have those 1, 2, 3 strong, long term friends with whom we build those intimate, personal, professional, family connection and bonds. And that's something completely different what I would look for at the workplace. So why am I sharing that? And you might relate to it, or you might also understand it completely different. And I would love to hear about your opinion. So keep your comment below, or just give me a call, or book a call with me to discuss that topic if you would love to. But I'm coming from the standing point that I always built friendships on a long term. It's kind of being a marathon lady in that sense, really understanding friendships. It's something what you build gradually. And that's why I have like 3 lifetime friends for over 30 years from the times of my studying as I was still a student. And I love those relationships because they add a different flavor to my life. And that's why I also understand I'm kind of a balance, kind of a well-being thing, why being a well-being element in my life, because with those friends I can discuss topics which most probably I wouldn't discuss, or I never discuss at my workplace. They relate my intimate life, my private life, me as a person, sometimes also challenges and struggles at work, but they don't necessarily always connect to the topics at workplace. They simply add that additional flavor, as I said at the beginning, but they also provide opportunity for me to spend time in a different environment, to do different things with those friends, just having family picnics or going together to the cinema, partying, celebrating birthdays, celebrating really great events in our life, and one on the other side, of course, celebrating children, newborns, celebrating things like really connected to our personal successes, but of course sharing the sadness of the events of life events, which are sad, which are challenging, which also sometimes are really like difficult. And of course, a lot of those things happen at the workplace as well, but for me, they have a completely different connotation. So, how to connect or disconnect that, or how to find the border between friendships in your private life or friendships at workplace? I would say that the one common element and the bonding thing between private friendships and workplace friendships is in being friendly. I'm always on the side of people who really genuinely invest their energy, their power, their willingness, their fun part, and optimism in the relationships at workplace, in professional, in business relationships. And I'm a big fan of networking. I truly believe that we exist as strong leaders, as strong executives or business people only if we are able to develop true, honest, and authentic relationships in our professional sphere as well at workplace. But it doesn't necessarily mean that we need to build friendships. Being friendly, it's that kind of an optimistic, positive, vibrant energy we bring to the table to our colleagues, where we really build relationships which are based on our common goal. And our common goal at the workplace is execute the strategy, achieving the results, but as well taking care of our culture of values in the organization, and as well support each other, inspire each other, guide each other. And all of that, it's kind of that really professional colleague relationship. And it's based on a different goal, I would say. And that's the difference for me. Goal in my private life is really to enjoy, to find that balance, which adds additional value to me in my life, on top of the professional relationships and professional life which I have. And professional relationships are about my professional, but as well personal growth. And they support you most probably as well to become a better professional, become a better leader. They have a lot of elements of your private friendship relationships, but you don't necessarily need to share your most or are not willing to share your most intimate things at the workplace. And I would also say that once I read about creating a family environment in the office, it's dangerous, I would say, at least, because calling a company a family and all your work colleagues a family, it's dangerous in the sense because it simply destroys the process and the structure which the organization has. Why? Because one day simply you expect to do for you everything what's needed also over the time during the weekends. Then you might as well evaluate others based on your subjective emotional connection to them, and that's what family is about. But it's in completely different area of our life. Organization and business and professional relationship are based on mutual respect, are based on being friendly to each other, being able to support each other, being able to challenge each other, but as well to give that honest, straightforward feedback. And that exists in the business environment. And all of those elements are part of our private friendship relationships as well, where emotions are much stronger, where we also connect in the level of sharing and commenting personality traits, where we are commenting how we feel and what we expect of others in that emotional sphere as well. But in professional life, we use those relationships and we build relationships and we give feedback based on the behavior. And they are also sometimes not, I wouldn't say controlled, but there is kind of a style which we use in our private and professional life. And I am a big supporter of the fact that we are one person, we have a personality structure which we use in our personal but as well professional life. But you need to grow in that role of being a human being and really having that level of self-awareness as an executive and as a leader to be able to choose what style you will use at home and what style you will use in the company, in your organization. And that style adjusts to the goal which you have in that specific role. A role of a leader, a role of an executive, a role of a mom, a role of a wife, a sister, a mother, or also a grandchild. And in every single role, we decide what approach, what style we will take, how we will communicate, how we will show up, how we will respond to others, how we will manage difficult situations, how we will take decisions. And in corporate or in organizational and in a company world and in your private world, the difference is about the goals. In private relationships, we simply sometimes want to share how we feel, our emotions, and just act based on those. Sometimes also being very direct in the sense of not taking care or just being fun and being happy and sharing not necessary share like profoundly everything, but in working environment you are just that communication. You are authentic, but to the need of the environment, to the need of that specific goal, to the need of your employees, and to the need of your company strategy and vision. I hope this enlightens a little bit my understanding of how intimate the relationship should be at workplace. Of course, we are all humans, and of course, we are developing with some of our colleagues a stronger bond. But we are friendly to each other, to all of our colleagues, and that stronger bond which we develop with some of our colleagues might not necessarily equal to the friendship. Of course, it sometimes happen, and then how to manage those. I would say that you really try to find the border of the topics where you discuss your private life and personal relationship to the work topics, and not necessary to invest all of your friendship into the work topics, because it might end up being a gossiping. It might end up in sharing that mutual understanding, but not being able to share it with others. It might land you in the situation that you will simply shut down yourself towards others, that you will create an opinion based on the two of the friends in the company. It might as well happen that you will find yourself in that biased situation of making a decision based on the opinion which you share with your friend at workplace. So a lot of danger, which of course comes with the benefit of having a friend, having somebody to really trust, somebody who unconditionally supports you. But that's exactly the well-being I'm talking about. If you find that in your private life, you will get that balance between your private and professional life. And friendships and intimate relations bring that in the sphere of your home life, private life, intimate life. And I still support it. And I would love to hear about your opinion on that topic, because it's kind of very personal one, very individual one. But I believe the understanding the borders is crucial, and understanding having different goals in private and professional life, which are all based on unique individual values. That's really important. And based on that, you'll be able to build strong relationships, having great colleagues, and develop friendship relationships in your private life, and support that, enjoy that, and really nurture that. And it really, I say that if you leave a job after 3 years, you still keep the friends for your lifetime. And it's a different investment of time, different investment on energy. And I would say it also brings a different kind of satisfaction. And I hope you found value in what I was sharing today. And I hope I'll see you next Monday. But if not, you can always send me a direct message or book a call with me to have a chat. Whatever topics are out there you find challenging, or you just find exciting in your leadership role, in your career role, or in your professional, personal work-life balance. Thank you very much for being here with me. I'll see you next Monday, 6 p.m. CET, same time, same place, with another episode of Executives Corner. Bye-bye. Ciao.